This is me, 4 years old, a little, vibrant, active human being. This is my little sister, 1 year old. We always have been quite different. I was always a very lively child, loud, loved to dance, play with my friends, and in love with animals. My sister preferred to be by herself, discovering new things and enjoying stillness. I am a true extrovert and she is the introvert. Growing up, we were inseparable. As a big sister, I took care of her, protected her and made sure she felt safe. As we got older, our differences often got into our way. I always wanted my sister to be happy. I see her still as a very intelligent, ambitious and athletic person. Me, being very open-minded, spiritual and forward-thinking, struggled a lot when she started modeling while still at school. I had so many preconceptions of this industry. For me, there is a high risk of teaching young girls that their worth is dependent on how they look, how beautiful they are, or how skinny they are. I felt that that industry objectifies women by valuing their external appearance and youth more than their personalities. I remember phone calls where my sister had been crying, telling me how devalued she felt because people were talking about her like an object, telling her she was too fat or her nose was not straight enough. This unrealistic perfectionism about beauty has always been a threat to my sister's happiness for me. How it seemed to me was that this way of living leads to a high luxury lifestyle that most girls cannot maintain once work dries up after they hit the age of 30. The industry focused too much on superficial things. In my eyes, a woman has much more to give than her body, her beauty, or her youth. When my sister graduated and told me that she was going to work as a full-time model, I couldn't understand why she would waste her intellectual potential like that. We had a huge fight and cut contact. After 5 years of not speaking, we slowly rekindled our relationship. I tried to work on my prejudices and she tried to understand my point of view. Within the past few years, she had been quite successful as a model. She worked for big clients, luxury brands, and even secured herself a work visa in the US. In October 2022, she moved to Chicago. I decided it's time for an experiment. I would visit her and follow her at work. I would deep dive into her daily life and see if my fears were actually true. So here is how my experiment started.
You're always very strict with yourself. And I think that's why you stop thinking, oh my god, I'm so pretty. It's more like, okay, I have to change this, I have to take care of my hair, oh, my skin has a pimple, oh, that's not good, I have to do something to lose it, or oh, like I travel a lot.
my eyebrows every day.
So
So I get a job spontaneously today or tomorrow. I have my leg shaved all the time.
yeah,
Stuff like that.
all the time.
We don't do Botox.
Okay.
We do the PRF and we do the injections. So
Okay.
we do
More fullness, some wrinkles, so we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Thing like
Yeah.
the nasal.
Yeah, exactly. Like my face kind of gets tired sometimes.
Got it.
And also like just the overall structure,
Yeah.
since I'm like aging a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay. 20s, right? We
Yeah.
have a lot of collagen and a lot of blood vessels,
Yeah.
and we have 3 layers of skin. So the dermis is very smooth, but as we like around 26, we
Yeah.
start losing collagen every year.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when we get into our 30s, it starts increasing. We lose that collagen. We start seeing some of that wrinkles, some of those sagging, loss of firmness and tone. Then when we get into our 40s, it significantly goes up, like 15%, and after menopause, much, much higher. So then we could keep our skin from looking all wrinkled by the time that we get to, you know, our late 40s, 50s, 60s, and you're just reversing aging naturally.
Yes.
Okay. The vampire facelift, I usually recommend those 3 of these because you have to build collagen on top of itself, okay? Yeah, for yourself, like before and after.
and they change the face like this. It's not natural. So
I agree.
this
And
is so
is
much
the thing,
better.
you do fillers when you're in your 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
It migrates.
Yeah.
And you get, and then
Yeah.
when you're like my age, then you have to like, you look like Madonna because you gotta keep on filling.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you look like a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Nobody wants.
Exactly.
So do the natural stuff. People are removing fillers from their face.
Ja.
And coming here and getting what you're getting.
So, das ist ja nur Numbing Cream. Das
Also
ist
wie
alles
so eine
wie beim
Kurve.
Zahnarzt, weißt du? Die Lippen hier. Ein bisschen taub schon. I'm just like, my pain tolerance is like,
Very low?
yeah, kind of.
Okay, that's why I want to make sure you're numb enough. So don't use that this week, or
Okay.
at least for 1 week, because
Okay.
your skin is very exposed.
Wenn das Low Iron hit. Ich habe das zu wenig Blut.
Und du hast ihr gerade Blut abnehmen
Ganz
lassen.
viel Blut abgenommen. Gut noch. Wieso faintest du nicht so? Mein Körper hat zu wenig Blut. Nein. It's very important for us to present ourselves on social media because a lot of clients, they search on Instagram.
When you're not touching me, right?
Yeah, it's like so numb. In the modeling industry, you learn how to be patient, how to wait.
We'll start here on the forehead.
Yeah, I don't feel anything.
Oh, good.
Man sagt doch immer, wer schön sein muss, muss leiden.
Thank you. I'm turning 42 this year.
Really? Oh my god, I want to look like you when I'm 42.
Skincare.
Fühlst du dich?
Very good.
How's your skin feeling?
It's not, it's still numb. It's still numb.
Let me check. Stretch.
It's like drying, you know, because it's like the blood
plasma, and this is a little bit disgusting about it because it's like smelling a little bit like blood now, you know?
You smell this?
Yeah. Like it's like a certain kind of smell like the blood plasma, but it's not so bad like blood. But
You're tired a bit, no?
yeah.
But that's more because of the iron, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I have low iron, and if I get like I think she took a lot of blood, so.
Should we get something to drink later or something?
Yeah, I need to drink. I feel like dehydrated.
Do you want water? I have water with me.
Yeah. You know what's bothering me? Tonight I see this guy first time. I cannot put makeup and I look like this.
People who are not in the industry, it sounds very weird because we are like matching the beauty standard of society, but what we see is like usually we do not
Fit in some certain.
Yeah, I might have like the body goals of a lot of people that are like walking down the street, but I'm still not skinny enough to actually work for.
Yeah, it's
A
about
luxury
centimeters.
Draußen auf dem Rooftop im Wind frieren und stehen und dann stehst du da so, hast du 5 Sekunden Zeit und dann guckst du nicht mal.
Ja, das
Und sagst du Danke, dann denkst du dir, das ist schon heutzutage einfach deine Visitenkarte. Das ist so ein bisschen wie wenn du als High-Fashion-Model arbeitest für die ganzen Designer-Brands. Oft ist es auch eher, dass du das für Cloud machst.
Ja.
Und das große Geld ist eigentlich in den Commercial.
Ja, in den Online-Shops.
Jobs, ja.
Da verdient man so viel Geld, denkt man sich so, da hoppst du da in so einer Sporthose rum oder in so komischen Pullis. Da würde kein Mensch mit rechnen, okay, die hat jetzt gerade sich ein schönes Monatsgehalt verdient, so, weißt du? Und dann sieht man eine auf, keine Ahnung, L'Officiel oder L oder so und denkt so, boah, jetzt, die ist bestimmt richtig rich. Ja, nee.
Nichts dafür bekommen.
Wie ist das bei so viel Konkurrenz, jetzt Freunde zu sein?
Wir sind kein Freund. Nein. Aber es gibt natürlich auch oft sehr Missgunst und schon Fake-Freunde oder ja, die dann einem böse zusprechen und einen so ein bisschen klein halten wollen. Das gibt's ja auf jeden Fall auch.
That's Tim, my sister. John.
You might say so too. Always look our best, look stylish, be nice, positive, quirky, bubbly, like at all times, because everybody you meet could of course also be a potential client.
Some models also see other models working. Maybe they're not working that week, and it kind of creates this like interesting social dynamic of like, oh my god, I need to be doing more because this person's booked today or this week, and all of that. So social media has made our jobs much more different than it ever has been in the past. Yeah.
You never know. Maybe next year I'm not working anymore. You never know. That's why I did my study, to have just like a secure thing. There's not a problem if this, I mean, of course I would be sad because I love modeling, but in the end it will not destroy me because I always have like, it's not me, like I'm more than just that.
Modeling is similar to training like an athlete. If you're an athlete, you need to have a certain physical, physique to present to do your job. So with modeling, oftentimes it's not so much the agents that are putting the pressure, it's that we are the middleman for the client. So, and the casting directors that have these standards. So, of course, health will always be number one. But, you know, being fit is part of the job, but also like you can be a curve model but still be fit.
I think because I was so young when I went to Milan, which were really bad for my mental health, because adults would tell you it's okay to just eat a cucumber or you just have to, this is all you can eat and nothing more. So you get sick.
Oh my God, your core looks so good. This industry gets a lot of flack for sizing, which I think is super important. I think there are two sides to it. So one thing you mentioned was like if a model is too skinny, that for us isn't good. That's a red flag for us too, because we don't want you to think being that skinny is healthy and okay, and it's not sustainable. You know what I mean? If you enjoy it for like a short-term period, that's not building a career.
We're dealing with people, and we're dealing with personalities, and we're dealing with feelings, and it's hard. It's not just about how someone looks, it's about how someone feels about the way they look. So think about if your job every day is to look good, and then you're rejected, and you didn't get that job, then how does that make you feel?
You just have to be really like present and like be mentally strong and, you know, aware of everything that's going on, because you could really fall victim to so many emotional like breakdowns if not, yeah. Models are humans, right? Humans, we all have good days and bad days. And I think, you know, we just really invest in the relationship long term.
Models are also just normal people with normal people struggles.
In the modeling industry, it's even harder because people tell you in your face, you're ugly, you're fat, oh my God, what's happening with your hair? You have to deal with it and you still have to be fine. You want to have the standards high. You are used to a certain life standard. You travel for work, for jobs, to beaches or to the like nice cities.
Get invited to events, don't have to pay anything.
Exactly, or you can have coffee whenever you want. You can go for facials or gym. So and then out of a sudden everything stops. I think some girls, they choose a rich man because of that.
Clients sometimes are now looking at an Instagram more than the portfolio nowadays, whether they want to see if the model's hair color changed, what they're up to, are they out of town. If you have that audience of people watching your social media, especially clients, you definitely want to like stay up to date and not post things like 3 weeks later all the time.
Coming back home, I had to rest. I needed some time to reflect on the things I had been observing. My sister is a reflection of the beauty and lifestyle standards of our global society. Standards which I reject and have never believed in. My life in Spain is quite different. I live in this country which is known for its warm and loving mentality. My friends and the people I surround myself with are very creative, open-minded thinkers. I love being with them and I love to have them close. I am a fan of true and deep connection, and I need my people in person. My friends and I do support things like gender and body positivity. We prefer to follow our inner voices rather than simply following the status quo. Talking about me, I'm a very empathic and warm person. I need a million hugs a day, and it doesn't matter if they come from humans or animals. I enjoy taking new perspectives and learning more about the purpose of life. The industry I work in comes with challenges and risks as well, but I love being surrounded by all this creativity and forward-thinking people. Seeing and living in my sister's world made me realize that I could never survive in that environment. It makes me also proud and happy to see that she has a supportive and protective system she can rely on. I still do not understand why my sister is doing what she's doing, and I guess she thinks the same way about my life. But I truly got a better picture of her life and why it makes her happy living like this. What I learned within the last few years is that you don't always have to understand why people prefer living their life a certain way. You're not responsible for someone else's happiness, neither are they responsible for yours. That doesn't mean that we cannot respect other people's life decisions. Sometimes the only thing we can do is to support our loved ones and to be there for them when they need us. Because this is what you do when you love.